could you take us through the journey from concept to certification?
Yeah. So Origin Learning as an organization, we are dealing with customers, Fortune 100 customers who are big names in the Bay Area, and they are companies who are dealing with high tech cloud-based products. So we have a basic need from the beginning to adhere to minimum requirements of information security, because these customers expect that as a hygiene factor. So we are very conscious about this part, and we are we have done from 2012 onwards. Every year we are doing a vulnerability assessment. We call a third-party consultant, and they will come into Origin Learning systems, our IT systems, and after sometimes all our servers and products, everything they certify technically that they are secure, and we get a certificate for that to boost the confidence of our customers, and some customers even ask for it. But of late, we see that requirement is becoming more and more frequent, and a lot of customers would want us to adhere to certain level of standards when it comes to information security. So, and along with that, Origin Fractal's vision that we want to approach and we want to grow that, grow the customers. That is when we decided that we need to go for an information security management system, especially the design and development of Origin Fractal system. So we started with the gap analysis. We engaged with a consultant who's very experienced, who also helped us in the past on the vulnerability assessment. So they used to recommend go for ISMS. You will have the necessary basic security built in your organization. But yeah, there is no business case at that point in time. But at some point we called them back. So they helped us set up. They came in, did a complete study of our current level of information security practices and what is needed for ISO 27001, and we had done a gap analysis. This was done early 2020, and then we identified what needs to be done, and then we need to do a risk assessment. The risk assessment is basically identify all your critical assets and list down. It is more of a brainstorming exercise. Various team members had to come together and decide what is our critical asset and what kind of risk, what kind of threat there is for that asset, and then put in action plans for each one of those. And we also prioritize the risks, because you don't want to work on all of them, because you have to work on the high impact ones. And ISMS, the process warrants for work on the most important risks. So we have done that, and each team then they went ahead and implemented all these controls. So the controls are basically for each one of the risk identified, what we put in as a process, which will mitigate that particular risk. That is what is called a control. So there are 114 controls involved when it comes to ISMS. So we addressed all of those controls. The challenge that we had was, while we are doing it, the COVID happened, and whatever the information security landscape which was there, it had totally changed between what it was earlier, and as we are going through the process, the entire thing changed. So that made us to stop a little bit and analyze what has changed, because people are no longer coming into offices. So all the physical security parameters that we were analyzing was no longer valid, and we had to go for newer tools and technologies. But in a way, we kind of analyzed it, and by the November 2020 is when we finished all the documentation and procedures and rolled out the system for the employees. That is a critical part. That is when we analyze and announce to the audience that we are ready for ISMS, and this is the ISMS system that we are rolling out. And we are, after 1 month from then on, we rolled out a security awareness course for all the team members, which will give you basics of information security, do's and don'ts of information security, which will prepare the employees for this ISMS. Then we had to wait for 3-4 months to gather evidence. And then we were ready somewhere in April. We had a stage 1 audit, which will be done by a certifying body, a third party entity. So they will come and first, certify that you have the necessary documentation in place. Then after that, they also recommended that your process is also in place, so you're ready for stage 2. But we still, took a couple of months to. There are areas of improvement and opportunities for improvement. So we went and worked on those things, and towards end of June, we went for the stage 2 audit. That is when we got the actual certification done, and we didn't have any single non-conformity. Everything is as per the standard. In fact, no opportunities for improvement as well. There are a couple of minor observations and mostly appreciation. So it was a very successful journey in that way. So now that this is the overall journey, so we have the certification in hand. Now we need to look at next steps what to do.